In World War II, America had a top-secret army that fought in over 20 battles on the front lines of Europe. They deceived the entire German army and saved tens of thousands of lives. But here's the secret. This army never killed a single enemy soldier. In fact, their primary weapon wasn't a gun or a bomb. It was a balloon. This is the unbelievable, declassified story of the Ghost Army, a hand-picked unit of artists, actors, and sound engineers who fought the war with pure illusion. The year is 1944. After D-Day, the Allies needed a secret weapon to confuse the Germans. So they assembled the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, a unit unlike any other. They didn't recruit the strongest soldiers. They recruited the most creative, artists from New York, sound engineers from radio stations, actors from theaters, and set designers from Hollywood. Their mission, to become masters of deception. Their job was to create a phantom army, a traveling roadshow war that could appear anywhere, anytime, to fool the enemy into thinking the American forces were much larger and in different locations than they actually were. The Ghost Army's weapons were pure genius. First, they had an entire army of inflatable tanks, jeeps, and airplanes. From the sky, they looked completely real, but on the ground, for men could lift a tank. Second, they had sonic deception. They would roll into an area with massive speakers on trucks and blast the pre-recorded sounds of an entire armored division moving in. The clatter of tank treads, the shouts of soldiers, the rumble of engines. Third, they had spoof radio, creating fake radio traffic with convincing Morse code and chatter to fool enemy listeners. Finally, they had actors who would dress up as generals, drive into French towns, and deliberately spread false information in cafes and bars for local spies to overhear. Their greatest performance was Operation Viersen. In March 1945, the U.S. Ninth Army was preparing to cross the Rhine River, a very dangerous operation. The Ghost Army was sent 10 miles away with a mission, pretend to be the entire Ninth Army. For 48 hours, they put on the show of their lives. They inflated hundreds of rubber tanks and trucks, blasted their sound effects at full volume, and created a massive, fake military buildup. The German army completely fell for it. They aimed their artillery at the Phantom Army, allowing the real Ninth Army to cross the river with minimal casualties. It's estimated that this single act of deception saved between 15,000 and 30,000 American lives. So why have most of us never heard of this incredible unit? Because their existence was one of the most closely guarded secrets of the war. After the war ended, all records of the Ghost Army were classified and sealed. The soldiers were sworn to secrecy, unable to tell even their families what they had truly done. They were the unsung heroes of World War II. It wasn't until their mission was declassified in 1996, more than 50 years later, that the world finally learned the story of the artists who fought a war with imagination. They proved that sometimes the most powerful weapon isn't a bomb, but a brilliant idea. The Ghost Army was a secret kept for over 50 years, but their legacy of creativity and courage is now a celebrated chapter of World War II history. They were the artists who went to war not to destroy, but to deceive, proving that the human mind can be the most powerful weapon of all. What do you think is the cleverest deception in history? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this declassified story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more unbelievable tales of espionage and illusion.